In this section of the video, we are going to be tackling the Headlight PPF and the Foglight PPF. And if you look at the reference guide, the way we're going to be doing this is we're going to put it right here, and we're going to tack number 1 right here, and then we're going to stretch it across the middle section, and we're going to tack number 2, and then we're going to get the water outwards, right? The Foglight is a lot simpler, but before we get there, what we're going to do is do what we did for all panels. We'll go ahead and spray some slip solution and go ahead and squeegee all the contaminants off. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And since this is going to be an easy peel, I'm going to go ahead and just have it sprayed already. And then let's go peel our PPF kit. So since we are working on the driver side, you have the D for driver, and you have another peeling starting point right there. So we're going to go ahead and spray some slip solution on top. Spray it on your fingers as well. And then go ahead, and this one's not big, so you don't have to do it halfway point. Just go ahead and peel. And as you're peeling, go ahead and make sure you're spraying enough slip solution into that point. And there you go. And let's go grab it and put it on the headlight. So we're going to go ahead and place the Headlight PPF, and you can see we're just going to check that it's moving freely, and it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to align this section. I'm going to move and reposition myself right around here. That way I can see the alignment. And for this section, we're going to be using the 2L. You could use a smaller version, the 2S, if you'd like. So the way I like to align it is right here. So you want it, same thing that we've been doing all course, is inside that line like so. Okay? I feel pretty good about that. And once you feel good about it, we're going to go ahead and tack it. Just lay it back down and just make sure that it didn't move. And I like doing this is just hold it just for a few seconds, okay? Hold it down. So it went a little bit over. I'm going to go ahead and reposition it again. And again, I'm looking at this and this. That's what I'm looking at. So once I feel pretty good about it, I like holding it right here with my 2 fingers like this, making sure that it's still good. And I'm going to gently squeegee out. Okay? Probably heard me say this multiple times, but if you're happy with the alignment, it's really easy. I'm happy with this, but just to show you again, is you could just peel that pretty simply and then flush it out with tack again, and then you're good to go. You can reset it just like that. Let's go ahead and get this tacked. Awesome. Okay, so this is tacked. I'm going to go to the other side. We're going to go ahead and spray the top again. And again, when you're stretching, you're not pulling this area. You're going to pull that middle, and you're going to be looking at these wrinkles, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and using my palm, I'm going to move this material and slowly move it until I get to the end. And notice once I move it and reached the end, there's no more wrinkles, or it's very, very minimal, okay? So I'm going to let it go. Watch this. It goes back. You go back to wrinkles, but now you have a good reference of how it's going to look. So we're going to go ahead and just peel this, spray some tack solution, and then we're going to go ahead and just lay that down, and we're going to move this again like we did earlier. Just like that. So if you have some of that fingers, you're just going to keep moving that middle ground until you get to here. And you're just going to hold this right here for a few seconds, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you let go, and notice it just stayed. You're going to go with the body line right here first, and then you're going to go outwards, okay? And you're going to be looking at the alignment right there, and you're going to be aligning to kind of like that border of that black line, okay? So now that we got this tack, yes, you have some fingers over here, but that's okay. The next step is to divide this into 3 and 4. So this right here, half point, is going to be 3 going up, and then 4 will be going down. So now that we have this tacked, what you want to do is making sure that you bring this down, and this is a line. And once you feel comfortable, this looks good to me as well. I'm going to be doing the finger test. You're going to go down the middle, and you're going to bring that water down to the middle, right? And then after that, you can push up. And that's number 3, okay? So you're just going to push up all the way. And then after that, we're going to start tackling this area. You're going to go ahead and make sure you have some slip solution on top. And then we're going to go ahead and in sideward motions right here, especially when you hit these fingers, you're just going to gently and side to side. Look at that, it just comes out. And then now there's this one finger right here. No worries. You're going to go side to side and notice that it does come out. It's like magic. So you saw those fingers aren't really a problem. If it was much, much bigger, it would be. And that also means that you haven't stretched enough. And that's what that really means. So just like I do in all my other sections, I'm going to go ahead and do that same thing. Go down the middle. Go ahead and push all the water upwards. And after that, I'm going to push it downwards, away from my original tack point. So sometimes you do get a dirt, even though you try not to. And that's actually a speck of dirt right here. And the easiest way to get rid of it is you're going to spray it until it comes out. And if that happened, that's actually okay. All you have to do is put that back, put some tack solution again, and we're going to stretch that back where it used to be. So like that. And then you're going to hold it again. And that's the thing I like about PPF. It is, you do have several tries. But in this step right here, especially when you're tagging, it's important you hold it like that. And after that, you can squeegee the rest out. And again, if you do have these fingers, instead of hitting it down, you want to go side to side like so. And that does a much better job. And there is no more speck of dirt anymore. So, awesome. So that's a quick troubleshooting if you do come across that issue. If you do have a finger, you can actually spray tack solution into that finger. You're just going to slowly go side to side, like so. And that ensures that that stays. And if you have a microfiber, it's not a bad idea to wick away some of that moisture. Now that we're done with the headlight, we're going to go ahead and do some inspection. You're going to fold your microfiber into fourth again, and you're just going to gently wipe down all the moisture, and then you're going to inspect it, looking for bubbles, maybe dirt, or anything that you want to fix right now, because you still have an opportunity to fix it. Once it dries, it's going to get harder and harder. So this would be a good time to fix the headlight, PPF. Before we get started, make sure we go ahead and spray this area. And for this fog light, I'm actually going to be using the number 1. It's a perfect width for this area. So go ahead and squeegee it, and let's go ahead and clean it one last time. Then go ahead and spray it again. Let's go grab our piece for the fog light. So the fog light also has the D right here, and this is the B for the B part of the fog light headlight, or headlight fog light. There's also a peeling point as well, and you're going to go ahead and peel and make sure you spray enough slip solution like so, and then we're going to go ahead and put it on the fog light. You're just going to place it right here and make sure you have enough slip solution. And if you don't, First, go ahead and spray if you don't have enough and it's moving around. And this one's a little bit simpler, but everything applies as far as the edges. You don't want it hanging like this. You want it right to the edge for the fog light, right? So just an overview here. We're just gonna go ahead and tack this, and once that's tacked, everything, you just squeegee the rest out. So let's go ahead and look at this together. So this is exactly how I want to align, and what I like to do is I feel with my fingers just like this, and I'm gonna hold it right here, and once I feel that it's good alignment, we're gonna go ahead and just peel back and spray some tack solution right there. And while you're holding it, you're gonna gently get the water out like that. You're gonna do a push technique. I love the squeegee, especially for areas like this. And then after that, it gets a lot simpler as well. You're gonna just make sure that all of this is aligned the way you want it to, okay? And once you are, you're gonna go ahead and just start squeegeeing it from the tack point all the way to the edge right here. We're gonna spray it one more time with some slip. We're gonna do that one more time just to make sure we didn't miss any bubbles. And of course, we're gonna gently wipe it, and we're just going to inspect it. Upon inspection, we're just gonna make sure we seal the edges as well. Go ahead and spray some tack solution all through the edges, and go ahead and seal the edges. And there you have it. You got your fog light protected.